bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. At the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Yeah. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans. Hi, you're welcome to Sergeant's Time. I'm your host, Ice, and in the gunner seat, I got the Spanky.
Hey, y'all, that's me.
Oh, man. Fuck. Broadcasting deep within the basement of the Pentagon, somewhere maybe in Area 51, maybe in the Alamo, maybe in the mountain complex, maybe in the Prairie missile silos. Who knows? Maybe in the East Coast, maybe in the West Coast. It's Sergeant's Time.
Maybe on the surface of the moon.
Maybe on the surface of the moon, that's right. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, wait, Josiah, you're going to Japan later on this year? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Oh, all right. Well, what's happening in Japan? Josiah, what's going on? What's going on? I see you in the chats. Man. All right, welcome to Sergeant's Time. What's going on, Spanky? How you doing, yo?
You know what? I actually am super excited. I dug out all the hoodies. I saw that it's not going to be 100 and fuck next week.
Oh, I know. I dug out all the hoodies too. I brought out my decoy hoodies, my main hoodies, some POV hoodies. So that way, you know, nobody knows what hoodies I'm hoodieing with the hoodies.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know to most people that it is still like middle of summer weather, but to me, it is not going to be over 100 degrees. And I am just like, I am like the summer lover. Like, even like my kid is like, I just cannot wait to bitch about it being cold. I'm like, I usually do not bitch about the heat. Like, I am not the one. This summer, I have bitched about the heat. I'm over it. I am ready for summer to be over.
Yeah,
I'm just done.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's been hot. It's been, the weather's been weird, man. I think the planet, the globe, is like resetting or something. Like, I think it's because, you know, when the pandemic was going on and everybody was locked down and there was nobody moving, there was nobody going on, the earth kind of like, the weather systems got settled and shit, and then now that everybody's...
And it was beautiful that summer.
Yeah, well, that summer, yeah. Well, now I'm saying that summer. I mean, there were people that could see. There was like, what was that? A couple of pictures that you and I shared of people in India or people in and like just up in the upper Northwest, Pacific Northwest. They were sharing pictures of mountains that they'd never seen before because it was always polluted and stuff. So.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And then all of a sudden when everyone got back to work, then all of a sudden everything got all weird. I mean, we just had a freaking hurricane on the West Coast that turned into a tropical storm, but it was still a fucking hurricane, you know?
Right. And I'm like, I would just like, I get all excited about rain now. I'm like I'm like 85 and like I can feel it.
Well, that's why I'm glad I sent you. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm glad I sent you all those feathers and headdresses and stuff from my indigenous side. So that way, you know, you can work up the, because, man, I'll tell you what, it got it, even some of the friends that I know that in the Midwest and all that and the West Coast, it's like really weird dry. It was like it was, I don't know. Yes, last summer was better when I went down to San Antonio when we did that event. That was a good. It was hot, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It just felt.
Yeah, it wasn't like that hot every single day.
Right,
for
exactly.
120 days in a row, and it's okay. I love the heat. I do. I just not this much, and like all the lakes are empty, so I can't even go swimming. So I'm just over it.
Wow.
But, let me bitch about it being cold. I will bitch. Don't get me
Oh no,
wrong.
I like temperate shit because it's like fucking you can, I don't know, you could do PT better. I don't know, I do yard work better in the cold. I do, it's just kind of weird, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Why am I red? Because I've been reading the inbox today, U.S. Army WTF moments, and I'm pretty pissed off. It's what I'm reading, and I'm pretty pissed off. There you go. It was
yeah.
I'm pretty pissed off. I'm reading that. I'm gonna tell you, I might as well just say it right now.
I'll stop bitching about the weather and let I get
no.
Fucking,
no,
like I said, no.
I'm just like fucking. It's just been a bad day. Just like reading some of the stuff in the inbox, seeing how units are doing. It's like what is it? I mean, I don't know what.
Maybe that's just it. They're just boiling hot mad, and we need the fucking weather to cool down so they can calm their tits and stop fucking treating soldiers like shit.
Right, my God, dude.
That's
I know.
it.
I don't remember it. I mean, remember pre-Guat back in the day when it just seemed like it was just different. It just didn't seem like we were always busy. It was like you had to go do shit. You had to go do, you went to work, had to do your stuff, and then that was it. And then it was, I don't know, it just, there was no issues of our DFACs being shut down. Fort Cavazos is still having their drama with the DFACs. Our barracks weren't all fucked up. I'm not saying that they weren't old. They were just, they just weren't that fucked up. I don't know. I just, somebody saw on the Twitter, the X app, because now Twitter is now X with new and improved Joker products. I get a grin again and again. It just seemed like, just like the DFACs were always open. I was able to get. Do you remember we were able to get it on a shuttle and just go to the Soldiers Dome or get on the shuttle? Units had their own pools. The DFACs were never an issue. I just like now it just seemed like the kids are like, I don't want to say, how the old boomers, how the old timers like, back when I was in, we had it hard. I actually think we had it easier.
We did. We had a real MWR program. There was like I said, all the pools were open. Yes, it was borrowed military manpower, and most of it was. I mean, all the pools were open. All these little buildings, there were local bars like every few miles, so you didn't have to drive anywhere to go play pool, hang out. And then there was the sports domes and the NCO clubs and all of that stuff too. I don't know what MWR does anymore. There's no outdoor recreation rentals. I have no idea. I don't know where any, like, I get a lot of that stuff shut down during, when we were in Infinity War, but where's all that stuff now? Like, how do you bring that back?
Right. I just that environment. I always see the, and I'm just reading some of the stuff in the inbox, and I just kind of like, I don't remember it being so fucking bad, and it's just like I don't like. It's kind of weird. I'm like, I know it's polar opposite of what all the guys say. Back when I was in, it was hard, and we rucked uphill both ways. We didn't have a rucksack. We had a box of wooden ropes for shoulder straps and barefoot and snowed and yada yada yada. And I'm just thinking about these fucking poor kids, man. These fucking poor kids now have to get a fucking ride to the DFAC. Sometimes these DFACs are miles out. If they're lucky, they even have a POV. The shuttles are all fucked up. The schedules of the DFAC are posted wrong from what is actually the DFAC opening and closing hours. And I'm just reading some of this shit today. Some of the stuff, Fort Campbell, for instance, going through renovations, barracks are all fucked up, and DPW is not allowing fucking soldiers to move into other buildings or whatever. I'm just, like I said, just scanning the inbox today. I'm just like looking at this shit, and Fort fucking Huachuca, dude. Fort fucking Huachuca. Now, look, I know you want to talk about the Brandon stuff. And you also want to talk about the suicide. This show, I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but the show is going to be a discussion about suicide and looking out for your buddy and risks and all that. But I just don't know what the fuck we're doing. I don't know what the fuck we're doing, leaders. What are you doing to the fucking troops? Where is it in PME, Officer PME, and the NCO PDS? Where are we going wrong here? Where is it? Fort Huachuca. Why the fuck? Why are we having a run for suicide awareness? Hey, guess what? We're aware. We are fucking aware of push-ups. We are aware of look, I'm just, like I said, I started stewing today. You ever get to the point of frustration where you're just like shaking your fucking head and you're like, I can't believe these motherfuckers are actually saying this. Are they really doing this?
Yeah, that's so ridiculous. Like, I don't know how to get the culture back. Like, I do know that, I was a private on Fort Hood, now Fort Cavazos, but it was Hood then. And I never had to walk more than 10 minutes to a defect, and that would be on a weekend.
Mhm.
During the week, it would be like, seconds. Our barracks were older. When they started renovating them, they paid us to BAH to move off post. They
Right.
didn't leave us in shitty barracks. It was a destination if people wanted to come onto Fort Hood.
Right.
Like, we didn't go off post to always go to the bars and everything. People came on post.
Right. That's
You
what I'm
know,
saying. Yeah.
So how do you get back to that? And I'm not saying there was never, suicides, but we didn't, like, that wasn't like something that was in the news because there was 3 in a month on a post.
That was a good point. That's a good point too. I don't even remember it being so prevalent back in our time. But I don't know. Maybe it's a generational thing. Maybe it's I mean, obviously there's a lot of factors involved. And of course we're not going to take away. I don't want to take away the everyone knows that I have pretty controversial takes when it comes to suicide. I have more respect for you to hanging in there and working through our issues than you taking our life. For me, I get pissed off when someone takes their life and they just give up when we as a community, soldiers, vets, we could fucking rally around that individual and say, hey man, hang in there. We got you. You know what I mean? But this whole, like, for instance, tomorrow was there was a suicide run, a suicide awareness run at Fort Huachuca.
What is that supposed to accomplish?
Right.
What was your thought process? Whose idea was this, and what was the outcome? I want to know that. That's what my question is. What was your, did you think the people running? Oh, I didn't know that suicides happened until I went on this run.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, we didn't know where. Like, maybe is there something in your something in your organization right now that you could probably, I don't know, assist? What if you are the organization that has the most suicides? And you want to go, hey, let's go on a suicide awareness run. It's just like it's just like the sharp fucking cake. It's just like the sharp fucking escape room. It's just like the fucking, it just, today just boiled me today, Spanky. I was reading the inbox, going with the other, and there was a somber tone with the admins today. It was just, what's going on? What is it to where now we have defects that are fucking closed and all that? And I'll be honest with you. It's just like, people first, man. I mean, we're supposed to have this, I don't know, because I'm used to, being in soft, but it's just like, people are, one of the soft truths is humans are more important than hardware. And I'm beating my head on a desk. Like I said, it put me in a bad mood today. I was like, fuck, man. This one kid upset because he couldn't get to the fucking DFAC. He was left fucking behind, and his NCO told him to file a mismeal, or hey, don't worry, we'll get you, or you could get an MRE. Man, bro.
I don't understand. Like it is literally like basic textbook, like, hierarchy of needs. Like, that is the bottom of the pyramid. Like food, water, air, shelter, sleep, the fucking bottom, the very bottom. And we can't even get that right in the fucking military anymore. Like, but you think going for a run is gonna fucking help, like, suicide prevention? Like, you can't even get, like, the food and fucking water straight.
Right.
Like,
You can't even
you
get
can't even
barracks
fucking
straight.
feed your soldiers. Like, shelter is on the bottom, the physiological needs. Like I maybe that's what they need to do, is just fucking have a basic fucking, like, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and then maybe the army can get it fucking right.
Right.
Like, or at least a start. But no, they'd rather fucking run because that's the only thing leaders know how to do is fucking PT. That's it. As long as you can fucking run, then everything supposedly fucking magically like happens.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm looking at the inbox right now on the U.S. Army WTF moments, and I'm just like, again, it makes me stew because it legit, kids, we're out there for you, man. We're like you said, I was gonna make a sergeant's time thing. We're gonna talk about some stuff, but man, this is just that. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do is we can't.
That's my idea. Make the little pyramid cards instead of the suicide awareness cards, and give them like starting at the generals. It's probably not there because they have all these lofty ideas, but they're so far removed that they probably don't even know that soldiers aren't getting fed, or have to walk, or bum a ride for like 5 fucking miles on Fort Hood, if it's even only 5 miles. Or and yeah, that maybe that's it. We'll fucking print these cards out and start handing them out to fucking company commanders. Like, here, figure this out, and maybe then like if a soldier's worried about how they're gonna fucking eat. I'm riled up.
Well, see, one of the things, I'm because I'm in the inbox right now, WTF moments, and I'm looking at some of the messages, and one of them was, I am afraid to talk to my NCO because all they do is tell me that, like you just said, figure it out, and I'm getting yelled at for asking for chow. This is Fort Cav, by the way, and I'm dude, it makes me want to jump on my fucking POV and start taking soldiers to fucking, for Labor Day weekend. I wanted to drive to Fort Cav and load up some barbecue stuff and have a fucking, have like a fucking taco cookout for these kids in the barracks. I would have fucking, I was going to plop down some money, go to the commissary, buy some steaks, buy some burgers, hot dogs, whatever. Freaking, I was even going to make some brunch, man, I was just going through I was going to have baby ice with me, help me out. I was legit feeling, I mean, bad. Spanky, I was feeling fucking bad, dude. I was like, these poor fucking kids.
I mean, is that what it has to come to? Are we going to have a U.S. Army What the Fuck moments like soup kitchen on Fort Cav?
We did for Fort Bragg when they had when they left those kids. Remember when they left those kids out for post cleanup? And I went out there in my pickup, and I went out there in my truck, and or Fort Liberty, I should say. And I was handing out fucking Gatorades and stuff like that to the kids. I mean, while they were out there post cleanup, because their NCO just let them out there.
Because I'll do it. Like, I will fucking do it.
Yeah, I know,
They're
man.
Probably getting fed tacos because that's what I can make.
I was about, I mean, yeah, you could make some tacos for dinner, and then we could do up we have a pancake breakfast brunch, pancake brunch for the kids. But goddamn, dude, I just today, just reading some of the stuff right now, it is, and the kids get frustrated with the admins. I mean, the admins are like, hey, we got it. What are you trying to do? And the kids, I could see the feedback from the inbox. They're frustrated. They go like, fine, you do you. And we're like, hey, you got it. I get your frustration. What are you trying to convey to us? Tell us what you want. Tell us what you do. All of our, most of the admins have been in leadership positions, even in command positions to help out. But you could read the frustration in the messages when they contact us. And then they go, hey, my leader didn't say this. I don't want to say this because my leader would yell at me. The last time I asked about this, I got yelled at. They just told us to file missed meals. They said, fucking deal with it. And here's some MREs for the soldiers who can't make it to the barracks. Some of these are meal card holders.
And even if you're like filing for a missed meal, that doesn't fix the problem right there. And the soldier's still hungry.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna fucking kid's gonna eat paperwork or some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
That might give them a few extra bucks in their next month.
Yeah.
It doesn't fix the problem right then.
Do I like enchiladas? Yes, of course I like enchiladas, man. That's like asking. I mean, do I like enchiladas, man? I mean, don't like enchiladas. Who doesn't like enchiladas? But yeah, dude, it's just the mood, man. I'm just reading through, and I'm like, our rotational stuff that's going on with units. A 4-day weekend. Okay, I mean, I'm going to bring back, and reason why it happened over the 4-day weekend, so I didn't want to bring it out fresh off the press. But there's a unit that's rotating out in Germany that's rotating, doing their rotations for the deterrence for Ivan and shit, right? And they got their fucking they got their pass privileges fucking pulled. Like they were told that they now everyone's like, well, mission, because you're a mission. There's a mission, this and mission. Did you know we used to have soldiers stationed in fucking Germany?
I mean,
did you know that we had 2 fucking divisions and a corps headquarters out there already on mission, already doing shit? We were, I mean,
pretty sure we still got like hospitals and like, I don't know, planes going in and out of there all the time still.
They're treating the fucking soldiers on a rotation out there like they're fucking in the box at NTC is what they're doing. Even though there's permanent party there that are going, guys, get a grip. Why you're all fucking walking around in battle rattle?
They did the same when they go on rotation to Korea. It's like one of these things don't look like the other. Like experiences may vary.
Yeah, exactly. I was just reading some of the shit, and it's got me. It got me heated. Just like the story that we were talking about earlier about the suicide. What was determined the suicide of that soldier in the one you dropped in the chats.
Yes, I was so frustrated when I read that. It like they finally like were released. This happened a while back. I'm getting. I don't want to get her name wrong.
You're talking about Balsadua is who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
Anna Balsadua. Yep.
Yes. So, hold on. I can't pull that up from this chat.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's just a matter of fact. It's from the NBC News. Now, this is another thing too. This is mainstream news. NBC News. Army investigators have determined that Private Ana Balsadua's Ruiz's death at Fort Cav was related to a suicide. It was suicidal. It was suicide. And the report,
is it related to, or is it like
it was? It was.
And that's how they wrote it. And it's just making me so angry.
Right, exactly. And what's crazy is that all this stuff was released and documented and obtained. The report by Telemundo, Noticias Telemundo was the one that fucking this wasn't Army Times. This wasn't fucking Task and Purpose. This wasn't on any mainstream American news side. It wasn't the Army. See, this is the thing too. We tell the Army story, right? That's what public affairs does. But when it comes to this shit, they're quiet.
Quick crickets. They don't want this being told.
So the report does not state the exactly that. It was the one that was found in the motor pool. So let me read some of the reports from one Telemundo, Noticias Telemundo. The report does not state that a 20-year-old had been the victim of sexual harassment, as her family claimed, but it cites diary entries, texts, conversations with friends and family, to which she made allegations of a physical assault from a fellow soldier and harassment in her unit, according to the summary of the probe conducted by the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division. Now, this is again from Noticias Telemundo. Testimony given by the co-workers and friends and family suggests that Balsadua struggled with her short-lived Army career in her personal professional relationships and was worried about pending separation for failing a drug test and for alleged shoplifting from the main post exchange. Now, here's the thing that me and you, we didn't go back and forth, but we got in a good discussion, is that a lot of the allegations that she was going through and nobody was listening to, that this was like a cry for help.
Yes, and it's almost like you can there's always a correlation that if a person's a victim of sexual assault or anything like that, or it comes along with not just victims of assault or harassment or anything, anybody that's been subject to anything traumatic. So you see this with people coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan that are suffering from PTSD. They turn to drugs and alcohol. It's just an escapism, and then that's when they start getting in trouble. And that's why a lot of times that these discharges are getting upgraded because that's the reason why they got kicked out.
Right.
It's not just because they were popping hot, that's why they got kicked out, but it's because they can now go back and tie that to the PTSD that was because of like their combat or whatever. And it was probably, I can't say this for sure because I don't know this girl, poor baby rest her soul, but people probably connect the dots. I could draw a straight line, not even crooked.
Right. Well, no, I remember when we were talking about it earlier, is that you said that how she filed reports and then were dismissed, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, she starts failing drug tests, and then she does her, and then it's like, to me, it was almost like an escape. Like, hey, motherfuckers, there's something fucking going on, and trying to. I mean, when you have somebody committing crimes, getting popped on a piss test, and then shoplifting to get separated out of the army, and the army doesn't listen to you, to where you resort to killing yourself because of this. This is fucking incompetent. I mean, I'm just taking some of your words. Like, this is, leaders are fucking incompetent.
It's like, I'm speechless. Like, how do you not see this? Like, who raised these leaders? Was this me? Like, did I raise these leaders? Because I know that, like how?
Well, the leaders should be asking themselves the question: what the fuck happened? And again, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna say this. I said this before. This is what happens when you move. This all happened when you moved armor to fucking Fort Benning or Fort Moore. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll say it. The culture that's there at Fort Moore, nah. They should have left the armor. They should have left armor at fucking Fort Knox. Then they should have left fucking infantry at fucking Fort Moore, and that's it. And her final internet search was, what happens when you get a dishonorable discharge? So instead of looking at all the underlying issues of what Private Basaldura was going through, they looked at her as a substandard soldier in all this. Like you said, poor kid, man. Fucking this poor kid, fucking going through all this shit, going through stuff. She wrote that a soldier whom she had a relationship choked and slapped her. Quote, and these are her words. He was choking me and I couldn't move. He thought it was super fun, though she did not report the incident. I felt really bad. I didn't know how to leave. A friend of Basaldura's had text messages saying that she had contacted her friend, asking for a call to leave the room for the day of the choking because she felt uncomfortable with the soldier after the incident. The soldier, who was a sergeant, told investigators that he slapped and choked her during intercourse, and he further admitted that he choked her another time, but he did it in a playful manner, quote unquote. It didn't let him bother her and let her record. It didn't seem like it had bothered her. That's what he told investigators. But apparently to her family and in the diary, it fucking did.
So where is this sergeant now? Where is this fucking sergeant now? And why is he not in jail? That's what I want to know, because that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
That's my question.
You just legit had an NCO admit that he choked and slapped her up. And that's it. That's that.
Oh, but he didn't think it was a big deal. So that's the fucking the burden, because he didn't think it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because that's fine.
You bring up another good point. Where is it? Because a sergeant major who had recruited her in 2019, it didn't disclose the name of the report according to Noticias Telemundo, but that he was in contact with her, and she said she felt like he was that she was being harassed by her coworkers at the base. He warned her, and he said the realities of entering a male-dominated MOS as a female when he picked her job, and then that another soldier told investigators that the sergeant of her platoon asked him to escort Basaldura to a vehicle because the mechanics would make inappropriate comments toward the females and make them feel uncomfortable. Now, here's the thing that pisses me off.
If you had to have a fucking sergeant major that's in recruiting, whatever, warning female recruits and
yes. Yeah. Here's what trips me out. All this shit that was happening, all these comments and all this stuff that was coming out, and now that the report's been released, why hasn't there, like Pip says, why aren't fucking heads rolling? Where, like you said, where are these NCOs? Where are the
PAOs? Where are the PAOs now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really,
Like, why are we not hearing about this?
Getting a report in fucking Spanish is not, or from a Spanish speaking news outlet is not what I fucking had in mind. Everyone even said soldiers interviewed by the investigators said Basadura was distraught over the possibility of isolated from the army after her arrest, and her analysis of her phone records showed that she was an internet entry and at search what happens if you get an honorable discharge. 10 minutes later, she sent a message to her dad, my whole life is wrong, and she said that she wanted to die. And I looked at them as her normal responses. She's angry, she's tired, I never think she was going to do anything. That's what her dad said.
Yeah, but just imagine being that young, thinking that she's going to get kicked out with a dishonorable discharge, which she probably wasn't, but was probably being threatened with.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on her record, all because, she can't get. Don't let me find these motherfuckers.
I was about to say that's the shit that gets me, man. That's the shit that gets me.
But maybe they'll go for a run, and that will fucking fix it.
Yes, Fort Huachuca. This is the shit that you were saying earlier. Is like where was the rest of the organization? Why isn't that whole fucking mortar pole being fucking charged up? Why does that? What does it say about the fucking environment there as well within the organization to allow a mortar pole to have that type of environment where that's the last resort, the resort that she chooses to go to?
And I know she's not the fucking only one that has happened to.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Gary, I hear you, man. Exactly that. We have family in the military, and I know for a fucking fact that that's the thing again. It's like when I have to go through Hispanic speaking freaking news outlets to get more news than I've not seen anything from the. Did you see this? Did the Army public affairs site, did they post this? I didn't. Did you see this? Did you see anything? I didn't see it. At first quarter of the 2023, the Army documented 94 suicides among active duty members and across the U.S., a jump from the same period in 2022, which 75 soldiers died by suicide. Once again, fucking Fort Cav. You could change the fucking name, but you can't fucking change the environment. That's why I went back to what I was telling you about fucking having it easier than the fucking troops, man, because you and I were stationed at fucking Fort. I was mixing Hood and fucking Cav. Fort Cav.
I knew that.
We were there.
Yeah.
All the shit that happened. I don't remember suicides like this. If there was EO and Sharp going on, it was either handled in the barracks or on the parking lot or in fucking official investigations. That was it. That was how fucking it was handled. And it was posted on the goddamn unit board for UCMJ. If you got, I mean, bro, if you see, you fucking see all this shit. You remember the fucking company discipline boards?
Yes, every single thing that happened was posted there for everybody to see. And definitely,
well, of course,
so you knew.
Yeah, exactly. Individuals got their feelings. We don't do that shit anymore because of feelings. And I'll be honest with you, I even asked. Well, I was there when I was a fucking nice little specialist there, and I was a youngin'. It's like, how come they put that stuff on there? And it was like, to inform the environment, to inform the organization that the commander is upholding the standards and to maintain good order and discipline. Because if you see the fucking Article 15 shit, and then you're fucking who the fuck's in the chats? Really, you're on my fucking roll there, and you decide to drop that fucking shit in the chat. I'm gonna fucking ban you from this fucking page. Stand by me. Stand by. Yeah, you're gonna get fucking blocked, banned. European news is unbiased. Is that what you think so?
Well, when it comes to talking about our stuff, I usually read North Korean news.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hang on. I'm going to. bam, 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 bam. And I'm going to hide all her shit from every single fucking post that we have. And then I'm going to fucking block her fucking shit. So, see ya. We don't want to be ya. But anyways, that was why that's why I'm in the mood, man. That's why I'm kind of like, I'm looking at the inbox. I'm looking at, and I'm looking. Now, remember, some of the admins at U.S. Army WTF Moments are also leaders as well, and they're somber. I mean, you could look at it, and they're fucking. I was too. I was like, man, what's going on? Why is everybody like kind of like quiet today? And then I fucking look in the inbox. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude, this is fucking sad as shit. And then when me and you were talking about the Private Basalduda, and I was like, God damn, what do we got to do? What do we got to do? I don't give a shit about your fucking run. I really don't. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I don't care. There should not be a suicide awareness run at 4:10 in the fucking morning, like everything's all hunky dory.
Right. Let's take more time away, like from your family. Get your kids out of bed early. Figure out something else. That doesn't help. I mean, it's really simple. Like, just start with the basics. Make sure your soldiers have somewhere safe to live. Make sure they are fed. Make sure all of their basic needs are taken care of. You start there. Let's start there. Okay, now make sure everything else is safe. It's not hard. It really isn't. It just takes time. Oh my God. And it's make their lives predictable. We are not at fucking war right now. You are not in Afghanistan or an infinity war anymore. They should not be doing anything that involves like nights and weekends anymore. I mean, the only thing you can't do while you're deployed is spending time with your family.
Right.
That's that. I mean, you
right.
can do, now. Everybody can do that now. I mean,
if
you can do all that now.
If you even want to call it
all your training,
if you even want
to,
if you even want to call it a fucking deployment, you're going to Germany for Operation, fuck off, Ivan, whatever, and you're going to go there for the deterrence, the Russian deterrence mission or whatever, and you're treating these fucking kids like they're in an NTC rotation. Meanwhile, permanent party. We have individuals that are stationed in Germany, like legit. I got him, Pip, or her, whatever. Yeah, I'm watching the chats right now. I'm blocking and banning as we're talking because I'm seeing a bunch of people just come out of the woodwork right now. I had somebody hit me up in a DM asking me what's going on with the unit that's rotating here. I'm stationed here, and these kids are they got their 4-day fucking pass taken on Labor Day weekend. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah. Fort Huachuca is famous for covering exactly that. And infamous for covering up with our famous friend. Exactly that, sports bar. Exactly that. I don't know what it is. Do we need to have a relook? Do we need to have a reflection into ourselves? Do we need to just fucking just I said it before, man. Now's the time to have all these fucking fellowships going, sending troops to schools, letting them go do the world-class Army program, let them do the fucking Army marksmanship unit, let them go on their fucking, let them try out for beauty pageants or Olympic events, or let them just you're there. That's.
You should let me just take over.
Yeah,
for like a few weeks. There literally should be like absolutely no training on weekends anymore. Like it's very, you can do it, and I know it can be done because we did it. Like we did it during the surge on Fort Cavazos, like then Hood, like during the surge, because guess the same thing.
Well, I was
like I said, because we had a general that said you cannot do this on the weekends because these soldiers will be deployed and they will not see their families, so they will see them on the fucking weekends while they're here. Right. I
had a friend who's also a senior ranking officer. And I even said, I feel like coming back into the Army and taking, and he's a colonel, by the way, 06. And I felt like saying, I just need to come back into the Army and operational planning team, an OPT is what some joint commands do. So like if a staff section is really sucking, they build an OPT to kind of like war game it better than the staff section. Most Army organizations hate OPTs because they are operating outside the normal jurisdiction of what a staff session would be. An OPT would be like somebody from the 1 or somebody from the 3, somebody from the 2s, somebody from the 4, and they're in charge. They're led by a colonel and usually a staff sergeant major, not a command sergeant major. And they go out and fix unit problems. And that's what we suggested. We were just like kind of laughing about it. I said, I should come back in. I should fucking come back in and just go to post and start lining up. Hey, let's see what's up. Oh, we got this issue with housing. We got this issue with the barracks. We got this issue with the DFACs. Let me line up a problem. And then you have that command authority to tell the commander, hey, sir, this is what's fucked up. This is what your organization is doing and not doing. Here's what they should be doing. And here are the individuals' names that are flat dicking on this.
Yep. Or, it could honestly even be as simple as, you remember training schedules, when you had to do it 6 weeks out.
Woo!
And
hang on.
like, everything, like, and it had to be a general that, like, approved it if you changed something.
Spanky, are you talking doctrine? Oh, this is Sergeant's time. We can talk about doctrine. Are you talking doctrine?
Yeah, I mean, I say that, some predictability in soldiers' lives and let them, like, make plans and, like, be humans, like, as well as soldiers, I don't know, like job satisfaction and all that stuff comes with it.
Right, like, exactly. Ever since
they might even fucking re-enlist.
Exactly. You'd be surprised. They might even stay there.
People might join.
I mean, because they're gonna, because they might have a story to tell their family members saying, "Hey, you know what? This was happening.
Instead of
I'm getting treated good."
My dad for 20 years.
Right, exactly that. What was that? We need to adopt.
They act like it's rocket science, but it's really not. You can take like a 6-week course and figure this all out. It's not hard. It's
Gary,
really
like how the Army is supposed to work. Yeah, exactly that. You would say. I mean, you got a good point. Well, what happened to that? Ever since Army Public Affairs destroyed the relationship with senior ranking and the Sergeant Major's office, Sergeant Major of the Army's office, ruined the relationship with U.S. Army WTF moments. There are still leaders that are out there that talk to us, and still leaders say, "Hey, look, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? Hey, be on the lookout for this. Hey, can you give me a heads up if something's happening so I could get ahead of it?" There are currently, I could count on my hand. How many leaders, and I won't say how many because that way nobody narrows it down, but I can count on one hand how many leaders are proactive when they see something come up on the net and want to fucking fix it and want to do good. I mean, I'm just like, dude, I first off, I commend them. I commend those leaders. I commend them for coming up on the net, hit me up and say, hey, Kent, what's going on with this? I saw that post. What happened with here? What happened there? Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Hey, cool. Hey, you see something up coming on the net, then let me know. And I'll be honest with you, because I can count them on my hand. It's easy for me to tell them, hey, guess what? This is happening. And you better unfuck this. There's a fucking, I don't say you better or whatever. I say, hey, you got an NCO that's down on the fucking line saying this shit or saying that stuff. And we have had posts that have gone up and have had text messages. I mean, they to the point to where now these leaders are now, they have my fucking phone number now. And they go, hey, what happened with this? What happened with that? This is what happened. That would happen. Okay, cool. And the next thing you know, I get the streets. I get the inside scoop that they have put policy in place to prevent that shit from happening again. That's what I like, leaders like that, because then I'll be honest, the whole idea of U.S. Army WTF moments is for you guys to do your shit so we don't exist anymore. So that way we're just WTF Nation Radio. You know what I mean?
Right. And we could talk about fun stuff like unicorns and rainbows. And see, and that's the other, see, and I'm on the opposite side. I am so cynical right now because it's, like I said, this is me, and this is why I don't get involved in any inboxes or anything like that. Because me, I'd be like, here's your congressman and senator's email. Just fuck everybody else, email them. But that's me. And that's why I'm like, no, because I get very angry and I am irrational about it. And I know that. Yeah, I know I'm irrational.
They blew it.
Like,
they were the ones that blew it. They were the ones that fucking blew it. And so it's do I say it's your fault? You're the ones that fucked it up or whatever. I mean, so hey, look, we're just media people, right? We're just media people that have veterans and active duty individuals that are operating it, and that's it. The content comes one person by point to point by individuals that is coming from the fucking source. And like I said, today was just one of those days where, fuck, man, it broke the kid's not eating chow. That's the biggest one. That's a sergeant fail. That's a sergeant fail right there. When I Spanky, I fucking legit, I was like feeling, because then I think about my nephew. I think about other family members that are in the military. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 family members in the military right now, currently. And they always, hey, Uncle Ken, check this out. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, well, tell them to fuck that, blah, 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 blah. That's not true. The blah, blah, blah. Provide the regulation, blah, 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 blah. And then that's it. And then the next thing you know, you'll see, my NCO said, hey, is your uncle Ice? Is he like your uncle? He's like uncle? And like, yeah, he's my uncle. Go, oh, okay, cool. What's the issue? What's the problem? I kind of heard him ranting on WTF Nation Radio about this shit.
And I'm the opposite. If my daughter went in, I would no. I am doing everything in my power to make sure she doesn't, because I see how they treat young women in the military lately, and I would just no. I won't even say what I would do, because that's premeditation, and I just in case she ever does go in. So yeah. I want it to be I'm insane. There you go. So yeah, that's why I'm hoping that she doesn't, because I would be I'd rather her be up at Burning Man, than like, I would rather worry about her there than worry about her in basic training. And I should not have to feel like that. I should think that she'd be safe and fucking protected in basic training or at a motor pool or something like that. But no, I would be more worried about her in a fucking motor pool than I would at a concert or somewhere else. Is sad.
My girls have access to the inbox too. They see me typing away and they're like, damn, that's really happening, Dad? I'm like, yep. Oldest is not in the military. Nope. And Princess Ice, she's not. Nope. She's like, I'm not. She saw what some of the stuff that I'm going through or watching it. She's like, nope. Oh, I see. Who is Uncle Ken? Yeah, I'm Uncle Ken. Musa. My name's Ken. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm all that Kenergy going on. That's me. That's me, Uncle Ken. Also, I mean, the kids were the ones that gave me the name Ice, but now that I'm public, Ice sounds kind of like a cheesy 80s villain. Yeah, but it's just fucking. I'm reading and I'm looking at some of the comments right now inside the inbox, and it's just like, it's God, dude, it's fucking. I was just talking to somebody today, and I just got not to the frustration, to the point of tears frustration, but I was just like, you know what? I wanted to fucking smoke a cigarette so fucking bad today, Spanky. I wanted to smoke my old Marlboro Blend 27s, the copper Marlboro cigarettes that are stronger than fucking Reds and stronger. I mean, I wanted to smoke German Rotes Hand, which is an unfiltered fucking pure filter of pure tobacco. That's how bad I wanted to smoke today. And
I want Newport Box.
Yeah, I want cool. Box. Yeah, my Oma, she used to smoke Cools, and so I wanted to smoke Cools. I wanted to smoke Marlboro 27s, Cools, Camel Crushes, and a fucking joint at the same time. I was like, ugh. How's my nephew handling it? Well, I got a couple of nephews, and a matter of fact, one of my cousin's daughter, she's in the Navy actually. So I got a lot of family in the services right now. I don't think we have I even got a cousin that's a warrant. So you imagine that? CW, he's exactly like One Punch Dad. I mean, if One Punch Dad is my cousin, man, he's awesome. But I'm just saying, but yeah, it's I just look at all that stuff right there. My nephew handling it. Is he getting attacked by the Green Winnie yet? No, actually, they don't. His chain of command knows who I am. There's no issue of that. And it's not like and that's the thing. You shouldn't have to have Uncle Ice be the threat for you fucking up in your organization to treat your soldiers bad. It shouldn't take that. Just do the right fucking thing, Sorens. That's
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you, you should be signing out a goddamn LMTV out of the fucking motor pool during the fucking weekend and having Sorens drive with the Joes out to the fucking DFACs. Does it gotta get that fucking harsh? Because I'm gonna tell you what, back in the day, we had Deuce and a Halves doing it. Remember that? Remember when we had fucking, when Deuce and a Halves used to just get him out of the motor pool and fucking Sorens would go drive fucking, you know. Remember we used to do it at Lake Belton? We used to have that shit at Lake Belton. I'm fucking.
Oh, yes. Lake Belton's empty right now. You can't go swimming even. It's just
Is it really Lake Belton?
I mean,
Really? Blora's fucking empty?
pretty much. Yeah, you can't go swimming anywhere right now here.
Oh wow.
It's very droughty.
Really? Wow.
Yes, it's very
That
very
was,
bad.
remember that?
And I'm sure in a few years it'll be so flooded you can't go either because it'll be so full that it's full flooded over the picnic tables. I've seen it both ways, so just need it nice. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I need it to chill. Rather fucking get shit together. Sergeant's in the weather, y'all fucking it up.
We can't even fucking have fun at Fort Cav anymore with you Sorens in the weather.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't know Blora was fucking. I mean, it's been a minute since I've been there anyway. So we're gonna take a break right quick, and then me and Spanky will shoot the shit more stuff, and then we'll knock out some housekeeping, and then we'll cut it. So, anyways, so we'll be right back. Everyone, refill your glasses, hit the head, smoke them if you got them. Shouts.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
If that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit, like, constantly.
Nothing feels the same. Let it all be Is this where you draw the line? 'Cause it's so sad. Tell me where you lost your faith. Is it so bad? Couldn't see it in your face. And it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down. Why you keep it in your head? Is it so bad? Never heard a word you say it, and it's so sad. Tell me when you lost your way, 'cause it's so bad. Won't see you when I pray, and it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down. Is it what you want? Is it what you needed now? Is it what you breathe? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you feel? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you wanted? I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down. Hello, hello, you. Will you come back down to me? Hello, hello, you. Will you come back down? Hello, hello, you. Won't you come back down to me? Hello, hello, you.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back with the last minutes, I guess, of Sergeant's time. With myself and my gunner, Spanky.
That's me. I'm still here.
You guys know Spanky does a very, very important job. Even though she was off the mic for a minute, she runs the ops, man, of WTF Nation Radio. So when there's a lot of stuff happening or posting or whatever, she's the one that ensures that WTF Nation Radio is in check, and to make sure that our social media kid Nemo isn't tweeting something bad or posting something bad on Facebook that gets a lot of people all upset and butthurt because, of course, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So Appreciate the DMs. I got some DMs on the break. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Currently, right now, 7-7 Kansas City and Detroit. I guess today is the. Wait, we're back to sportsing things with sportsing, right? Isn't that what's happening?
Yes,
right now?
there's some. I think there's some foosball or something started.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Tennis, maybe was
yeah.
it tennis? I don't remember what.
Yeah, I remember. I see freaking. I see Coach in there in the chats and the sports bar in the chats just dropping all the stuff in there, and yeah.
Was it baseball? I don't remember what sport started. I'm just kidding.
Football. It's time for football.
Football.
Yeah. So right now,
The
of
soccer
course.
kind?
Yeah. Let me just
football.
No, oh man, Morgan football. She makes sure that the page doesn't comment on OnlyFans or anything like that. Yeah, really, huh? Yeah, because we get so many OnlyFans links in the inbox. Trust me, I think we get more Nigerian princes and more hoochie mamas in the fucking inbox at WTF Nation Radio that Nemo is like, who's this? What do I do next? And but anyways, so just real quick, I guess, yeah, so they're tied, Kansas City and Detroit. Also, what was that, quarterback Burrow gets a record $275 million extension. What else is going on? I'm just going over a real quick brush but what the sports guys are going to be talking about. And so, all right, so very funny spot.
I will be going to a foosball game.
I was about to say, aren't you supposed to be going
I
to
will
a
be
game?
going to it. Yes, I will be going to the A&M is playing Mississippi. I will be going November 11th.
Oh, okay.
So yes, I am going to. I told the girl I'll go to at least one. She is going. She said she is going to every home game this year because she only made it to 2 last year. But she was a baby fish and she was stressing
Right.
her first semester last year. So she's got it a little more under control this year. So she is a lot more better at college this year. So she has time.
I'm gonna
to
tell you
go
what the
games.
I'm gonna tell you what the college, man. The college football has been. You hear about? I'm in discussion with the Colorado Buffaloes to get Coach Prime onto Deion Sanders onto the sports bar to shoot the shit with the guy with the men on the sports bar, and I'm like, wow, that's an I mean, the Colorado team was like the underdog of underdogs, and they just totally destroyed. Who was it they were playing? Shit, guys, get on the chats here. Who are they playing? Who was Colorado Buffaloes? Who are they playing? At any rate, oh man. So I was like, all that drama, and I've already been talking with Deion Sanders' staff to get him on the sports bar and stuff, because I know if you guys want to tune into the sports bar, it's every Sunday. Don't worry, I'll throw the graphic. TCU, that's who it was. Thanks, Mary. And man, it was it was a good show. I mean, it was a good. I was sitting there eating B-dubs and freaking wings were flying everywhere. I was like, people were just like going nuts. So yeah, I can see the coach. I see the coach right there. He's like, fuck yeah. What do you hear? What do you say? I might even come on camera for that one. Yeah, exactly. Next story we're going to talk about is we had two. You guys remember seeing that video? Oh, they play Husker on Saturday. You guys remember seeing that video in Tennessee? Alabama, I think it was. They were they had their aircraft. Remember on video you saw them spinning out of control and they fucking slammed in the highway. Well, they've been ID'd and the Army crash report has been released, but they won't say the cause yet. I think the Safety Center has to do their release before they do that. So CW3 Daniel Walden and CW3 Danny Randolph were killed when their aircraft went down. And so rest in peace to those warriors. But God, man, it's just I hate reporting stuff like this. I just don't. These are the stories that I don't fucking like reporting, but it just seems like I didn't see it anywhere else.
Right. I remember, of course I remember it happening. I just didn't know. And I don't know a lot about flying. Yes, I was in the S3 for aviation unit, but I absolutely know nothing about flying, so I don't know what happened. When I read this, I was like, well, I still don't know.
Yeah.
It's hopefully it's like something that they can identify so it doesn't happen again. That's why I read these, because I'm like, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, exactly. I want to know too. And usually, there's an investigation the way the aviation center does it after there's an aircraft that has crashed, and that. Which, by the way, we have a flight detachment. We have a WTF Nation flight. We have pilots and crews and individuals that do the flying things, and they kind of broke it down to where they told me that usually it's an investigation of what happened, and then there's a collateral investigation, a safety invest. There's a lot of investigations over and over that decide what happened with the aircraft. So, it was a Tennessee Army National Guard helicopter UH-60 Blackhawk that flew out of a cloud layer and in an unrecoverable flight attitude, and the crew cannot recover in time before they hit the ground, which is sad as shit. This is But anyways, what are you doing in here, Joe Bacino? I was wondering what the fuck's that extra noise. What the fuck you doing in here?
I've been on here for like a half hour.
Yeah, why are you in the show, man? Man, I need to kill that link or some shit, bro. You're like just like jumping in shows and stuff.
Because I wanted
it scared me.
I wanted
was like, oh my.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? What? Go ahead, Joe.
I don't know, man. You gonna let me talk?
Go ahead, talk.
I wanted to tell you that nobody's watching your show right now. The game's on. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh no, there's other. We're broadcasting on other venues where you might think we're not broadcasting on one platform, but we're probably being seen on others. I'm just saying. So,
I just wanted to give my love to WTF Nation. I wanted to call. I really did plan this out. I wanted to call today just to show you the growth of my beard, the progress I made. But I didn't have to shave it. My wife encouraged me to shave it for this job interview, but I was making good progress on it. I regret shaving it because I'm probably not going to take the job.
Okay, well, shit. Spanky, were you in on this? Did you know about this shit?
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Okay. All right. Well, fine. Let me pop his camera up. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Have to. That was it. I said what I had to say.
Oh, that was it. Oh no. First off, you and I need to talk about. Matter of fact, we can talk about when you want to come on and talk about part 2 of the series of Joe Pacino.
I'm ready next week. I don't want to do it right now, but I'm ready for next week. I'm ready next week.
All right, that'll work.
I'll do it whenever Spanky tells me to do it.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So part 2, we'll just say it right now. Let's just fucking solidify this shit right now.
I'm making the notes right now.
Yeah, making the notes right now. Pacino comes back for part 2 of his story, and what happened with his story. Part 2. We were talking about part 1. He went over a little wave top, and now we're gonna get into the deets. And there we go.
Before I go, I'd be happy to. I want to use. I have a different photo I want to use for the graphic.
You want to use a different one? Okay, well, just make sure you use. You don't want the beard one, or
no? I have a better one because it was looking pretty good. I'd grown it out. It looked tight. It was trimmed. I'll grow it back.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. All right. We'll fucking link up with me later, and then so next week you're getting right now straight up next week. I'm doing housekeeping anyways. I was about to do housekeeping after we talked about the guard.
It's just about this time.
It's about this time. So next week next Sergeant's time. We have Joe Bacino to give part 2 of what happened. And
I would like to say, hey, I was on a professional development session leading with a bunch of senior reserve officers yesterday. And the topic was that article I wrote about Fort Liberty.
Yes.
And it was a small group, it was about 20 people. Somebody on there mentioned hearing me talk about it on your show. It was I think it was like this. I think I just popped up like this and started talking about it.
Oh, really? You just showed up?
No. He mentioned that I talked to you about it on your show.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I don't think you announced that. I think I just popped up like this, and you happen to be talking about it.
Yep. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Shifty said so request YouTube links in the Twitter post. That way I can jump directly in shit posting. in the live chat without looking up on the channel. You got it. You got it, Shifty. More than happy to. We'll next time we will put. As a matter of fact, y'all already know that we are on 2 Facebook pages: U.S. Army WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio on YouTube, and we are on Kick String with the Gamer Kids. And then each channel is, of course, every show, and then we have, of course, Twitter on X. So I'll do that. I'll do that for next show, because next Thursday for Sergeant's Time, we're going to have part 2, Joe Pacino, and he's going to get into deets, and there's going to be some feelings hurt, and there's going to be some individuals that are upset, and there's going to be name dropping. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
That's what I want to see. So
Feelings going to be hurt.
Yeah, please.
Feelings
Yeah.
going to be hurt. Mine.
All right, brother, man. I'll see you next week then.
Hey, man, nobody can deny my love and loyalty for WTF Nation. Bye.
All right, peace.
Much love.
See you.
Much love.
I was like,
that sounds good.
I was like looking at the screen. I was like, okay, I was gonna do this guard story, and then I look at it. I'm like, what the fuck? Is he in the background? I'm like, I gotta fucking. Okay, so you got it next week. Joe Pacino. Sorry, it's time. Surprise! Well, me and him had talked about it, but we didn't know. We didn't know when we were gonna go into that stuff, and I'm kind of glad that he did that, so that way we don't have to worry about doing the fucking coordination. Now he knows. So.
Just saved me a whole bunch of work.
Yeah, exactly. So today's Sergeant's Time, of course, with myself and Spanky. Next week, of course, next Thursday is going to be Sergeant's Time with Joe Pacino. I think, do we have a bye week? I think it's a bye week this week for Friday Night Freedom, or I think they do have a show. Nope, it's bye week. It's bye week. We got a bye week. So tomorrow is no broadcast for Friday Night Freedom. And, of course, we have Sunday, the sports bar. And of course, I know you guys make sure you're paying attention to the sports bars, fucking fantasy football, man. They've doing it up. They are doing it up. Hang on, let me pull up their Facebook page, so I can do a real quick window cap. And there we go. This right here is with.
The football game is tied. The football game is tied.
The games of games are tied.
Mike has told me the football game is tied.
All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, so here's the fantasy football stuff. So that way you could check out the you can check out all the fantasy football standings right now. So Pop Culture Warrior, show me your TDs. Man, we got a lot of people in there that I didn't realize were in there. You got Team Radar, we got Flashes, Flash's Revenge, we have fucking Ambassador Wilson, we have a Seance, we have CQ's Middle Finger. Wow, that's a lot of that's
you
awesome.
know, I was going to join this, but it was getting full because I just thought it was going to be great when I won it all, and knowing about 25% of the football things that everybody else knew. But I really didn't want to put everybody to shame. So
you didn't want to take their money. I get it. I understand that.
Yeah, I just felt really bad when I won.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I'm the same way. That's
I let them play their game.
It's like putting a rucksack on baby ice, and then me saying that I can outruck him. Well, no shit, you can outruck him. But anyways, but yeah. So Thursday. I'm sorry. So Sunday is the sports bar. Monday edition with myself and Massey, and then Tuesday, CQ. Man, we everyone's been sick. Everyone's been kind of like out of it. So everyone's kids been sick, family's been sick, taking care of stuff. So don't beat up CQ when he's he didn't show up. So break balls with him.
Everybody goes back to school. It's all the germs get mixed up.
Yep.
Everybody gets sick this time of year.
More than likely, one of us guys will probably get the man flu. That was back before it was called something else, before you can't say it or you're going to get zucked if you say it what it was. Anyways, and then Wednesday, I didn't catch the sports bar. I kind of had like a headache yesterday, so I'm going to have to check. I'm going to have to watch the sports bar later on to catch it. Did you catch last night's show?
Last night, only a little bit. I fell asleep. It was playing.
Yeah.
But I went to sleep. I did not feel good either. I'm under the weather if you can't hear.
Yeah.
But yes, I did. I fell asleep early too.
Okay. So, all right. Cool. Yeah. I got to check it out too.
So I started.
Yeah. I hear you. No, I'm the same way. I was like, I tuned in last night.
I do my lurking.
Yeah. I didn't want to, I normally what I do is I have it in the background, but man, Baby Ice, he's fucking going on to almost a teenager and shit. He's just, man, it's just, but, It's like the flu, like always. It's the flu, like always. That's right, Mike. And then, of course, with TZ and Radar, of course, manning the guns. And then myself and Spanky on Thursday for Sergeant's Time. And then, like I said, this is a bye week. Tomorrow, there will be no Friday Night Freedom, but you can catch our Rocky Mountain friends from the Ashes Radio that gets posted on their bye weeks and stuff like that, and then or on Saturdays. And then, man, I think that's it. I think we covered it all, man. I'm just looking over my notes here to make sure I'm good to go. As we post, we're having the social media guys, or the team, or the one dude, I should say. Anytime we're talking about a topic, we like to go ahead and just talk about the topics. That way, you know some of the topics that we're discussing. If you don't catch it on some shows don't like to do it, but I like to see it, so that way you guys know that what's involved in the shows and stuff like that. But like Shifty said, well, I guess we're just gonna have to drop the YouTubes. The YouTubes is actually one of the better channels for it, because there's no, like, it's not glitching. It doesn't glitch. It doesn't, it's pretty instantaneous. So there's no delay. So with that, make sure you like I said, we're on 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. We are on Kick. Every one of those shows that I just showed you has a Kick channel. So just go to kick.com/whatever. So /Sergeant's Time, /the Monday Edition, /the Pop Culture Warrior, WTF on our radar, because he was just setting stuff up on his own. He was being rogue. And then Friday Night Freedom. So you can look on that, and of course you go on Twitter. Like Shifty said, we'll probably see that on there, and then she wants to see the letter. She wants to see the freaking. You want to see the damn YouTube? Then we will. The dude abides. We will go ahead and put the YouTube link up on there so you guys can see. But yeah, man, it was just one of those. Today was just one of those fucking days, man. It's just.
We made it though. We
Yeah.
did. We made it.
Yeah, we made it with 5 minutes to spare. Make sure you share, like, and follow, subscribe, hit all them deets. Yes, we know this. So the website is down. We have a lot of real life moments happening that our webmaster is trying to square away, and then we'll get the podcast back up. Some people like it visual. Some people don't like a podcast. Some people like to see it live. So. It's all a matter of choice, I guess, or preference. So with that, do you got anything for me, Spanky?
I do not. Sweet dreams, y'all.
All right. Y'all have a good one, and shots. See you.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Sometimes when I look at, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I think it's WTF Army or something.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.